No heroics. Well, maybe some heroics.
Welcome back. Day 55. One match a day until the server shut down. They were using Harrison and Raffica. And a right packs, of course. I just like being a better teammate than pubs. It's like anyone can go for kills in public games, but like I think my randoms deserve someone to be reviving them occasionally at least. I'm about to get rope swung. No, he's gonna kill me. Oh, well, now he downs me when I'm on the ground. What, this guy helping him too? No! Gerardo! At least he tried to help me. I love the fact that whenever I stream and I like call someone, a very particular person in this community, something, the very next stream, he's going to somehow be aware of it. Like he's literally been in my stream the entire time, listening to everything that I'm saying, only to then call me the thing that I called him back to me. Like I find it really funny that like the only comeback that this very particular person in this community has is literally the thing that you say to him, except that he says it back to you. Like, that's like literally the extent of the comebacks he has. Like it's like it's basically like we're arguing with someone that's like 13, 14 years old. Like it's genuinely kind of pathetic, isn't it? It's like you're coming up with basically like what do I call it, playground insults here. Like, and the thing is, I'm gonna say I'm not usually getting into these on stream in this video on these videos. I mean. I'm not really going to, but I'm going to mention a little bit about it, you know, like the thing with pathological liars is the fact that they genuinely are physically incapable of basically telling the truth. And whatever the truth is in their mind is whatever they can convince themselves, right? So there is like very little like actual connection to the reality with these people, right? So if they accuse you of something, if you accuse them of something, they don't have the ability to actually come up with any like actual response. So all they do is just repeat the same thing that you say back to them because they simply don't have the ability to actually do anything whenever they're not able to just lie, right? Because that's the whole thing. Like if you're a person that actually has a a normal brain, you will be able to tell when people are lying, generally like pretty consistently, right? Pathological liars don't want people to like actually talk back to them. They want to be able to say whatever they want, and people just need to be yes men and agree with everything. Because if you don't, you're their enemy, right? So the reality is pretty much, and this is a common thing with children. Like children, when you're like a teenager, this is a common thing when you're like in your rebellious phase, when you're like kind of standing up to your parents, whatever. Like it's pretty common then. Like children have this usual problem where they just like lie about nothing, and usually a lot of truth can be whatever they manage to convince themselves, right? Like it's a very consistent thing with like children tend to be a little bit delusional, and they tend to be very against like facts. And that's the thing, like most children tend to age out of this, right? But pathological liars, they don't. They stay in this pretty much this mental development for their entire lives. So reality does not exist to them. It's whatever they are convinced, either by other people or that they can manage to convince themselves, right? Like, this is why a very big issue with pathological liars, because they genuinely believe what they're saying, right? Which is why they can often come across as very confident, and they will often come up with very like obscure details just so they can lie to people and claim that they have more credibility that way, right? Like, look up the term pathological liar, and you can probably pinpoint some very particular Uncharted players based on just that summary alone, right? You can just use the AI summary, even if you don't want to look into it more. And so the fact is that like Uncharted has a lot of these people that just seem to be perpetually stuck in like adolescent like mental development, and it's pretty consistent. Like a lot of the very toxic Uncharted players, like Firestyle, etc., they have been pretty much acting this way since the very first day we saw them in the community, right? Firestyle has been the same exact way he is now as he was 10 years ago, and it's a very common thing with a lot of these people. And this is an issue with like the current state of the internet. That a lot of people can just simply end up in a situation where they don't have to interact with the real world. They can pretty much stay on the internet. They can interact with people that like echo chambers, groupthink beliefs, and they don't have to actually interact with people in the real world. Meaning that reality can be whatever they are told or they convince themselves. Meaning that reality doesn't actually matter what actually is happening. It's only what they can tell people. which is why they're usually also like very obsessed with their reputation or how people perceive them. They can never be perceived as losing, for example. Like they will never admit losing. They will always come up with some excuse. Like you can beat them 100 times and they'll be like, oh, but it was a best of 300, so I win. Like they are physically incapable of admitting defeat, which is also a thing that children struggle to do. So realistically, like if you're like in your late 20s and you still, or your 30s and you're acting this way, something went wrong like around your development. Like you just simply don't exist in real life. Like you never experienced how it was having like a relationship, have a proper friendships. Ever. Like you don't want friends, you want fans, because you have never actually had a healthy relationship with anyone in your life. Like pathological liars tend to have a very hard time actually maintaining any type of relationship or friendship. Mostly because of the fact that they are inherently antisocial. You can't trust them, you know, they will lie about anything. And I guarantee most people like that are watching this video have met at least one of these people in your life. He's a person that's incapable of telling the truth, right? They will lie about the smallest things, and they will come up with some weird details, and they will never just admit that, oh, maybe they messed up. No, it's never a thing with them. It's your fault if something went wrong, right? Like they will never take accountability for anything, and they'll always find a way to blame you. I think this is just like an evolutionary failure, basically, because like humanity was what's happening here? Like humans weren't designed to stay in this mental like age forever. It was only supposed to be a thing that you go through when you're rebellious phase, so you kind of develop some independent personality in regards to your parents. It was never supposed to be an antisocial behavior in regards to the rest of our species. Like, it was not supposed to be going on for this long. But yeah, I've been ranting about this a lot now, and yeah, I don't usually want to get into these things on my videos, but the thing is, after this video is being uploaded, you're gonna have a certain someone in this community going on for 5 hours about how I am the liar and that I am whatever, because as I said, he doesn't have the ability to actually come up with any of his own insults or actually come up with any of his own observations, so he will only repeat the things that I say about him. But the difference is, like, I'm actually educated, I actually like know what I'm talking about here. He is just saying it back to me because his only comeback is no you, or what about you? So yeah. Either way, so if you watch my stream, you know that we talk about like a lot of different things in the stream, and we tend to like try to develop or at least foster a little bit more like intellectual discussion. My stream is often us talking about anything. And I can usually play the game while ranting or talking pretty effectively anyway, so for me it's not really a concern. Like some people need to focus their like 100% of their effort to do good in a game. I don't really, so honestly, I think I probably play better when I don't focus. But yeah. Though these guys aren't exactly that good. But yeah, this has been an 8-minute video, day 55. It's not exactly like the most engaging one. I think this one is probably like going to be an outlier as well. I had a couple of these outliers recently, but we're dealing with so many just viscerally toxic people right now. Like, not just in real life, but like in this video game as well. Like, you can't escape these people. No matter where you go, someone is going to be talking shit to you. Like yesterday, I got accused by a cheater by a guy that literally doesn't know how the DC revolver actually shoots. He's like, oh, that gun doesn't shoot like that. He's cheating. He's using a 6-shooter. Like, why? Like, they just can't believe. They can't understand that someone in the game can actually play better than them. That's also a common thing for children. They tend to not be able to understand that someone does better than them, but they always come up with excuses. So you can see these behavior things that adults shouldn't be behaving this way. It's like we have a big aspect of people in the world that simply never develop past a certain mental age, and they just simply stay there forever, which is really dangerous. Like, children tend to also be sadistic to some extent. So like most of these traits that you can see, like compulsive lying, manipulation, refusing to take accountability, all of these things are very common traits in children. Sadism, enjoying inflicting pain on other people. Like, these are things that you should age out of. And if you find yourself enjoying these things, or like schadenfreude, as we can call it, when you enjoy misery on others, for example, like, you can say that's a guilty pleasure, but I don't genuinely enjoy watching other people being hurt. So like, that's kind of, I feel like, when I was a kid, though, I think maybe when I was 13, 14, I didn't really mind this thing. But now that I'm an adult, it doesn't rub me the wrong way. Like, I don't find it funny when people are trying to bully others or someone is being hurt or whatever. Like, I don't find it entertaining. If you do, I mean, get therapy, I should say. But anyways, thanks so much for watching this yapping video. And yeah, the viewership is getting pretty good on these videos. I mean, sure, it's not thousands of viewers, but some of the older ones are getting actually thousands of views now. And these ones are pretty much getting 150 views within 24 hours. They kind of stay there, but it's really good, you know? I appreciate a lot of people watching these. Eventually, I mean, I'm basically making like $1 a week from these videos. So I guess it's like, yes, I'm making $4 a month from making all these videos. So I do appreciate that. You know, that's a couple soda cans, basically. Well, 4 soda cans. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video, and I'll see you guys next stream. Good night. Bye.